You all have seen such advertisements of purifiers on television. But actually, why are these purifiers used? Or why do we have to buy purifiers? Why can't we just drink water from these ponds or rivers? Why do we have to purify this? Now you will say, because the water looks dirty, it is not clean, that is why we do not drink water from ponds and rivers. But you do not know that apart from visible impurities, natural water has dissolved impurities also. Now what are these dissolved impurities? Now water is a very good solvent. It dissolves inside it many types of salts, such as salts of calcium, salts of magnesium, salts of sodium, and many other salts. So we cannot see these salts with naked eye. So water needs to be purified before drinking. Now you know that natural water has these dissolved impurities. Now natural water also has these suspended impurities. Now what are suspended impurities? Impurities that do not get dissolved in water, such as clay, sand, twigs, straw, leaves, and sewage. Now these make water unclean and unfit for drinking. Now in the same way, germs can also attack water. Germs of typhoid, diarrhea, gastroenteritis, and many other types of germs which can cause diseases. So this is the reason drinking dirty water or unsafe water is very dangerous. It can cause many diseases. Now that is why we purify water before drinking, so as to get rid of these germs or dissolved impurities or even suspended impurities. Now the water which we get after purifying is called potable water or drinking water. Now what is this potable water? The water that is fit for human consumption is called potable water or drinking water. Now how will you know whether a water is potable or not? We'll check for these things. It should be colorless, it should be odorless, clean and transparent. You know that water should always be clean and it should be transparent. Now apart from this, it should be free from germs, suspended and dissolved impurities also. We have already known what is germs, like germs of typhoid and all can attack water. Now suspended impurities such as clay, twigs, sand and all that, and dissolved impurities such as various types of salts. Now potable water should also contain minerals such as calcium, magnesium, iron. Now why should it contain this? Because calcium, magnesium and iron in limited amount is very healthy. We need it for good health. Now it should be free from harmful salts such as nitrates, cyanides, urea and so on. Now these type of chemicals should not be present in water. We should have clean water. Now suppose one day it's really hot, like a hot summer afternoon, and you are back from school. Now you're really very thirsty. You ask your mother for a glass of water. Now what your mother does, she brings 2 glasses of water. Now one glass is this, which has water taken from the purifier, and one glass is taken directly from the river water. So you can see the difference as it is visually. This water is so clean and transparent, whereas this water contains some suspended impurities. So which one would you choose? Well, obviously you would choose this one. Why? You already know the characteristics of potable water. So check those. First of all, it is colorless, odorless, clean and transparent. The water should be absolutely clean and transparent. Now it is free from germs, suspended and dissolved impurities. Now you already know germs should not be present there. For that you need to purify the water. Now suspended and dissolved impurities such as salts and clay, twigs and all that should not be present in water. Now it contains minerals such as calcium, magnesium, iron, which is good for our health, but it should be present only in limited amount. Now it is free from harmful salts such as nitrates, cyanides, urea and so on. Now, purified water should not contain harmful salts such as nitrates or cyanides or urea, as it will harm us.